everyone, the Black Queen here with another episode of Queen Reacts, and today we are getting to about 6 more episodes, or videos I should say, from Sawtooth Waves. Yeah, so he's the one that's like, he puts a lot of videos and it tends to pile up for me. So I'm gonna have to start doing more of his videos each time I react, and I'm gonna have to start reacting a lot more often than I already do, which I'm trying to do, I should say, but yeah. I really have no excuses, as I said in like the past few videos, that for not being as active. But I'm only going to be doing the theory videos and stuff. The songs I'll save for another time. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to compile all the songs into their own things. Maybe I'll also do that for the YTPs, because he's started getting into a lot of YTPs recently. So I'm thinking of doing that. Hold on, it looks like I forgot to download one. So while I wait for that, actually this shouldn't even take 2 seconds. So, okay, I think I caught up now. Yeah, I guess I forgot to download a bunch of these ones. But let's see. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to cut a few of them that I already downloaded short from this. All right, so we're gonna be starting with Into the Multiverse, Into the MLP Multiverse, Human Cozy Glow, Rainbow Dash's True Father, The Problem with Unicorns, How Cadance and Shining Met, and How Chrysalis Took Over. I'm going to have to stop it at that one right there. So that's going to be a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, it looks like. So, and I'm going to be skipping over the Your Heart Is in Two Places Sawtooth remix, and then I'll be doing the remixes in another video. But until then, let's get started. This is going to be Into the MLP Multiverse. Let me pull it up. One moment. Here it is. Alright. 3, 2, 1.
I'm Sawtooth Waves, signing out until Friday after next. Brohoo! And that's a wrap.
What?
I'm really proud of this one. I hope it gets lots of views. Maybe if I put Flurry Heart in the thumbnail?
Oh. What's going on?
Where am I? What is this? Am I about to become an alicorn princess?
Not exactly.
Oh.
Who's there?
Let me guess. You tried to go through the internet portal. You know that doesn't go anywhere, right?
I know, I wasn't trying to... What is this place?
You're in the Nexus. It's a good thing I found you here, because there's no
The
way
Nexus.
out if you don't know what you're doing. Which you usually don't.
Do I know you?
Sort of. Let me introduce myself. I'm known as... but you can call me Nameless.
Nameless. Something seems familiar about that name.
It's a bad
or
OC.
lack thereof.
Well, that's because we've crossed paths before, but I'm more familiar with a different you.
Oh no, I hope you don't mean Sign. He's not making an army of himself, is he?
Who? Oh, your clone. No, I mean a different you entirely.
Oh my gosh, like a human world me?
Closer, but I'm talking about a nearly identical version of you.
You're pulling my leg.
In a different universe,
Look
I
at where
assume.
you are. Do you really think that your Equestria is the only one? Have you never heard of the multiverse?
Oh, are you talking about those alternate timelines that Starlight created?
No.
Now you're starting to get it. You
But
catch on
I
quicker
assume,
than the other one.
But like, I don't think
Thanks.
that's
I-
exactly.
So you've met me in one of Starlight's timelines? I always wondered what those other saws are up to.
No, the world I'm talking about doesn't come from Starlight's blundering with time
that's what I was
magic.
thinking.
There are innumerable Equestrias besides just the ones you are familiar with.
There's also
There's a
the Earth.
different Sawtooth
there's
in
also
each
the
one?
Human
In
one, I
many,
should say.
yes. There are quite a few different Sawtooths. Sawteeth?
Oh wow, are any of me still unreformed? Or did they all break away from the
still
hive?
loyal to Chrysalis?
Do they all
Are
look
any
the
of them
same, or did they
pecked
pick
different
unicorns or
pony forms?
alicorns instead of
What
Earth
about their
ponies?
cutie
Are
marks?
any of them
Did any of
griffins
them
or
pick different
hippogriffs? Or
designs?
maybe they just
Did
stay
any
in their
of their
natural
ponies
state?
Can you really 5 pony brains with a single horn
Any
tap?
of them died? Wait, am I dead? Is this heaven?
Or
I'm
am
not
I
answering
looking at a
most of those.
white
But
woman?
no, you're not dead.
A white
And like I
woman's
said before,
Instagram.
this is the Nexus.
I actually have that
now,
album.
time for you to go back where you belong.
No, wait. At least explain what this Nexus place even is.
Yeah,
I have
I've
so
never
many
heard this word before.
questions.
You'll just jump back through the portal if I don't, won't you?
Maybe I will.
Fine. The Nexus is the space between different realities. Normally, a portal goes through its own pathway and empties into another realm.
Is it like
You,
limbo?
however, skipped that by trying to step through a viewing portal that leads nowhere. Congratulations. Now that I've answered your question,
So,
let's
like,
get
Tell me
walk
about
into
these
a
different
TV.
Equestrias. What sets my Equestria apart from the rest?
Well, yours is the Prime Universe, the original. Some would even say the canon one. It is the universe that originated all others like it.
I'm so confused.
What else is new? Let me put it like this. What if I told you Sombra
What if I told?
reformed?
Oh.
Be wrong. He exploded. Multiple times, in fact.
That's the thing. I'm sure you've heard multiple stories
Different
that don't
universe.
seem possible. Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
time Rarity
comics.
got possessed by Nightmare Moon's magic,
Which
or
I
when
have.
the
I
Man
have that
6
comic.
teamed up with the Transformers,
That one I haven't gotten to
sentient
yet.
robots disguised as cars.
But I
Yeah,
was known of
that's
it.
not a thing.
Well, you'd be wrong. All of that happened, just
That's
not
where
in
you're
your
wrong, kiddo.
universe. It's not a question of whether it happened. It's a question
Whether.
of where it happened. Whether it was in your universe or somewhere else in the multiverse.
So if I hear something that I know didn't happen in my universe, it might have happened in another?
If there's an endless
Exactly.
if
But
there's
what
an
about the
endless
more
array of
questionable
universes, then there
sources? The
has to
ones
be
that
one
could be
where
from my universe, but I can't
someone
verify.
was
Like,
able
I
to
know the
destroy all
Main Six's battle
universes.
against the Storm King happened. It's been referenced
In which
several
case we'd
times
be
in my
dead.
world. But Cadance's backstory, not once. How do I know if that account is from my universe or if it came from somewhere else in the multiverse? We've seen this kind of stuff proven wrong before.
I suppose that's always a possibility, but most consider it to be true if it does not contradict what you know of your reality.
Like what we're hearing about Zikora's homeland and all the strange creatures there? Kelpies and Avidavabida.
Abada. And that's definitely
Yeah,
your
I-
universe. Feel
But
free
I
to
do
look
have-
into it
I do have
further,
that
But you're
comic.
not gonna find any reason to doubt it.
I don't know where it is. I think
Okay.
actually it's
Now,
over there in the bind.
any other questions?
It's on my,
This
it's
other Sawtooth, you know.
on the other side of my
What's he
desk.
like?
Mostly the same as you, except the squid eyes.
The what?
And that's enough of that.
The what?
You can't just
Next time you want to go dimension hopping, try asking.
I don't know
before
what
you
he
fall
said,
into
though.
The Nexus.
what? Just stick my head through the internet portal and give you a shout?
You know, you aren't the only one that can access the internet. You can find me on YouTube as the Nameless One. That's where you can
Oh,
see the adventures of
I
your
just
other
realized.
self.
He's
I'll
one of the
definitely have to check that out.
he's one of the,
But first, everyone be
patrons.
sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
He's
to
one of the
both our
patrons.
channels. And be
The
sure to let
Nameless
us know
One.
your thoughts on all of this. If you want to support this channel financially, check out my perks at patreon.com/sawtoothwaves. And thank you so much to everyone who already has,
Wait for it.
especially my Alicorn tier patrons. Equinox3141, Maximilian HG, Dr. Hooves, Princess Starglow,
Vigil, Cloud Gazer, Fall Fire, Solar Scripture.
and
Fair
the winner
Fallen,
of this
he
week's
said.
Alicorn raffle, the nameless one.
Told you.
Oh, that's where I know you from. Ta-da. Thanks again for everyone's support.
Yeah.
I'll help make this channel possible. I'm Sawtooth Waves,
And I'm the Nameless One.
signing out until Friday after next.
Brohoof.
Now, about those squid eyes.
Later.
Ah!
Oh, squid. That's what he said. Squid eyes. I'm not like other girls. I have squid eyes. Well, that was fun. Yeah, let me just make sure I know which one's next. Yeah, the Human Cozy. Yeah, so I didn't realize until like it got to the end that the Nameless One is one of his patrons that he says in all of his videos. So that's nice. Maybe I'll have to check out his videos. I don't know if I'll react to them simply because like I'm a bit in a position where I can't really add too much to my react schedule. But yeah, the next one should be what was it? Yeah, Human Cozy Glow. Let me just make sure I actually have it this time because I don't know if I downloaded it right. Yep, here it is. Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1.
How Cozy Glow became a manipulative megalomaniac
Bitch.
who's intensely opportunistic is a complete mystery. But we may be able
I
to
assume that was
uncover
from
some
Soul
of her past
when I
and learn
actually
more
watched that
about her
movie.
motives. For example, is it possible that Cozy Glow was originally from the human world?
Interesting.
Looking back on Twilight's first trip to the human world, I noticed something bizarre.
Oh, yeah,
In the
because-
background of the cafeteria was this student.
Yeah.
Looking an awful lot like Cozy Glow. Keep in
But
mind,
I
this was
highly
long
doubt
before
that was
Twilight's school.
intentional.
Heck, even before Twilight's castle. Yet there she is,
Bless
just
you.
sitting there eating a burger. At first, you might think she's
Burger.
too old to be Cozy Glow, but Pony
Veggie
Cozy is
burger.
shown to be about the same age as the Cutie Mark Crusaders, who also attend
Yeah.
Canterlot High, so this isn't a problem at all. You also might have noticed that their hairstyles are different. While definitely true, hairstyles aren't a fixed thing. Or main styles, whatever. The
Yeah.
only real discrepancy I could find was a slight difference in eye color, but even still, the similarities are too strange to ignore. So what if this is Cozy Glow? What would that mean for us? Honestly, the scene itself
mean
doesn't tell
nothing.
us much. Instead, I'm
Because
going to
it's
focus on
nothing.
the more interesting question here.
But I'd like
Granting
to
for
see
sake
where
of
he goes
argument
with it.
that she is Cozy Glow, is she our Cozy Glow? The one that tried to take over Equestria? Think about it, if this was Cozy and she saw all of the craziness that went down at Canterlot High, a power-hungry fanatic like her would want to learn more. Not like that would be hard either. There's a portal to Equestria
exactly.
in her school's
And they're
front
just leaving it
lawn.
open.
It's been permanently open since the Battle of the Bands. The only challenge would be sneaking out of the castle on the other side. But this is Cozy Glow we're talking about here. I'm sure she could charm her way right through that situation, so this works out pretty well. Of course, there's always the chance that these are two separate Cozies, or for that matter, that this isn't Cozy at all. However, the more I looked into it, the more compelling the idea became. Let's not forget that Cozy Glow is already known to have experience with other realms. With T-Rex guidance, she was able to create a vortex to another realm, her goal being to drain all magic from Equestria. Now,
Yeah,
I'm not
I really wish
suggesting
they had
she
actually
was
gone
trying to
into
send
her,
that magic
her
to the human
backstory,
world.
because-
T-Rex explained that it would disappear into the ether, not a specific universe.
No.
As
Maybe they do it in the
wild as
comics
that
and I
would
just
have
haven't
been,
gotten to it
no.
yet.
But I still think something interesting is going on here. Like, why exactly did
What the fuck is
Cozy
going
Glow wanna
on?
drain all the magic from Equestria? We know why on the surface. It was part of her plan to rid the main six. Magic starts disappearing, she frames T-Rex the magic thief, and the main six go to Tartarus. They're able to get in with the key she packed, but unable to get out without the magic she stole. Very clever. But it's pretty overkill, isn't it? Even T-Rex thought so, and when he pointed this out, Cozy's response
character
was
was overkill.
I think big. There's gotta be more to it than just that. She seemed to want magic gone for the sake of magic being gone, not just to rid the main six. But what other reason could there
Like a
possibly
Mon.
be? If
But no,
only
Star,
we
that's
could
more
get
like a
a
Mon.
peek into what was really going on
was, I
in
should
Cozy
say.
Glow's head. Well, fortunately, we can, and that's all thanks to the magic of projection. When Cozy Glow found the Student 6 at the Vortex, she controlled the narrative by accusing them of everything she was guilty of. She said the students sent the main six on a wild goose chase to Tartarus, and that they trapped Starlight in the Vortex. But she didn't just accuse them of an action. She accused them of a motivation. Quote, "These creatures want magic gone from Equestria because it's the only thing ponies have that they don't." Now, this is consistent with Cozy's method of race baiting, and I wouldn't put it past her to pull this kind of thing out of thin air, but that's not what I think is happening here. No,
Maybe she's
I
human.
think she was projecting
That-
her own
okay, I
motivations
get it.
onto them.
Maybe
This
she could be
applies
human,
to
and that's
her. Of course, Cozy is a pony, but as a Pegasus, she can't really use magic like other beings can. At least not yet. So we could rephrase her accusation to fit herself. Cozy wants magic gone from Equestria because it's the only thing spellcasters can use that she can't. And that's why I think Cozy tried to get rid of magic, to level the playing field.
But
It's
I
not
also
about
think
what
that the
she had
human
to
one
gain,
might
but
actually
what others had to lose.
more
'Cause
like
with
that
magic
because,
out of the equation, all that matters are connections
she wants magic in
and
the human world.
influence. Her specialty, rising to the top, would be a piece of cake. That's what she means when she says friendship isn't magic, friendship is power. And in a world without magic, she's exactly right. Bringing the human world back into things, we see another angle to this. If our Cozy Glow was originally a human, her accusation can be rephrased to fit her another way. Cozy wants magic gone from Equestria because it's the
that
only
humans-
thing Equestrians have that humans don't.
That's what I'm thinking.
Basically, her plan was to go into a world run by magic, get rid of the magic, and run the world herself. In this sense, Cozy Glow is the anti-Sunset Shimmer. Instead of taking advantage of a magicless world by introducing magic, she took advantage of a magical world by unintroducing magic. The sheer chaos that would have resulted from this long term would have been the perfect playground for Cozy Glow. That's true regardless of which world she's from. Though, if she was a human, where's the original pony Cozy Glow? Probably on some secret moon base with the original human Sunset Shimmer. But what do you guys think? Am I right about why Cozy Glow drained magic out of Equestria? Is she from the human world, and is that her we saw in the cafeteria? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you want to support this channel financially, check out my perks at patreon.com/sawtoothwaves.
Oh yeah, I have to hold my breath.
And thank you
Actually, I'll just
so
try
much
not
to
breathing.
everyone who already has, especially my Alicorn tier patrons. The Nameless One, Maximilian HG, Equinox 3141, Cyanax and Fairfallen, Gilded Page, Dr. Hooves, Princess Starglow, and the winner of this week's Alicorn raffle, Petrolhead02. Congrats, and thanks again for everyone's support. Y'all help make this channel possible. I'm Sawtooth Waves, signing out until Friday after next. Brohoof.
Yeah, I like the concept with that one. The only thing I'm disappointed by is the fact that we never got any answers. There's just random powerful kid, and like we just don't know about her. Like they should have revealed something at like season 8, episode 25 or something to go into the next. Because like I think we all already knew that it was going to be Cozy Glow at the end, but it's like we were trying to figure out what it was. Like we thought that she was Chrysalis at first, and I think most of us did, but like that ended up not being true. But yeah, all right, we're gonna get right into the next one, which is the real. Hold on, wait, what's it called? Yeah, Rainbow Dash's true father, I should say. All right, one moment. Let me just clear out of that one. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Rainbow Dash had a flashback in which we saw this pony. I think we all naturally assumed this was Rainbow's dad. I mean, look at him. It's kind of a no-brainer. But then we met Bo. Bo, Hothoof, and Windy Whistles were revealed to be Rainbow Dash's parents, and I can't help but notice the differences between Bo and the pony from the flashback.
And we have seen him again.
Can change over time, but Bo looked pretty much the same back then, and the other pony looks pretty much the same nowadays.
That's when we saw the other one.
Plus, you know what can't change over time? Cutie marks. Though similar, these marks just can't be reconciled. So unless there's some changeling shenanigans going on here, these aren't the same pony.
That's what I thought.
This got me thinking, if Bo Hothoof is Rainbow Dash's dad, then who is this?
Uncle. And I think it was implied that the pony that was on the other side was the mom because of the eyes.
It's possible that Rainbow Blaze, as he's called, and Bo Hothoof are both Rainbow Dash's father, but in different universes.
Oh,
this would solve the problem. Yay, multiverse.
No.
However, that would mean any event with Blaze happened in a different universe than any event with Bo. Things get messy fast.
Yeah, I don't want that to be
It's much simpler and just as likely, if not more, that Bo and Blaze exist within the same universe. So let's focus on that possibility. Given that these are two different ponies in the same universe, who is Rainbow Blaze? I think it's safe to say he's related to Bo somehow. I mean, can you imagine these two ponies not being relatives? That said, with just how similar they look, I find it likely that these two are brothers.
Yeah.
This would make Blaze Rainbow Dash's uncle. Or would it?
Yes, that's how family
How
works.
do we know Bo Hothoof is Rainbow's true father? I mean, that's the claim, but sometimes the truth is more complicated. As far as looks go, Rainbow Dash could just as feasibly be Blaze's child. In fact, as far as looks go, it's more likely. We're talking about the Wonderbolt Rainbow Dash here. If I had to guess which one of these was her dad, I'd guess the athletic body type, not the bulky body type. So what if there's more to Rainbow's origin than meets the eye? A controversial past. That's right. I think Windy Whistles cheated on Bo Hothoof with Blaze, resulting in the Pegasus we've known since the beginning, Rainbow Dash. This whole time, Bo Hothoof was raising Blaze's daughter, but since their genetics are so close, no one was ever able to tell.
That makes sense, right?
Windy was able to pass Rainbow Dash off as Bo's daughter and successfully buried her past with Blaze. That is, until now. Her dark secret has finally been revealed.
It's a nice fanfic,
An
but I don't
ironic
think that's the
origin
case.
story for the element of loyalty.
I like how it's
But what do
aluminum
you
foil.
think? Leave your thoughts in the Okay, come on. If I can make 2 Hearts and Hopes Day
Yeah.
videos in March, I can make an April Fool's video in May.
Okay.
Clearly, things get weird when you pose Blaze as the true father.
Yeah.
There are multiple ways this could work without cheating that have varying
I was
degrees
hoping
of
he wasn't
likelihood, but
serious,
since there's
but
no reason to
alright.
believe any of them, let's just accept that Bo is Rainbow's dad. All that aside, I'm still left with questions about Rainbow Blaze.
I think it's
and
just simple,
how he
like,
relates to Rainbow
he's his
Dash.
brother or
I
something.
still think he's probably her uncle, but specifically what role does he play in her life? Obviously, he has some importance to her since they were seen together way back then, and more recently since he visited Ponyville for heartswarming. But it's that first sighting that gives us our biggest hint. Blaze and Dash were at an announcement regarding the Equestria Games. If they both cared about the games, maybe these two bonded over their shared athleticism. In fact, it's possible Blaze was Rainbow Dash's original inspiration. He may have been that cool athletic uncle with a passion for flying, and that passion may have rubbed off on little Dash. We never learned how she did originally find her love of flying, which makes me wonder if Rainbow Blaze is the answer. If so, it's a shame that such an important pony was only seen twice and never even mentioned by name. That's why I'm left with questions here. Questions that, despite our best guesses, we may never have answers to. But for real now, what do you
DWK
think?
put
Who
this
is
pretty
pony,
simply.
and
It's like-
how does he connect to Rainbow
like,
Dash? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
was just to
and
show,
don't forget
like,
to
not,
like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
like
if
they
you want to
originally
support this
planned
channel
that to
financially,
be,
check
but,
out my
like-
perks at patreon.com/sawtoothwaves. And thank you so much to everyone who already has, especially my Alicorn tier patrons. The Nameless One, Equinox3141, Maximilian HG, Petrolhead02, Cyanax, Gilded Page, Dr. Hooves, Princess Starglow, Jasmine Foxcoon, and the winner of this week's Alicorn raffle, Fairfallen. Congrats, and thanks again for everyone's support.
Okay.
Y'all help make this channel possible. I'm Sawtooth Waves, signing out until Friday after next. Brohoof.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much to this one, but I think that was the point. It was an April Fool's video. But yeah, it's an interesting thought. But I just assumed it was like her uncle or something, because I don't think it would be the brother, like her brother, I should say. Mainly because like there's no pictures of him in the house or whatever, and like they don't talk about her at all and talk about him at all. Even if I mean like yeah, an uncle will probably have pictures, but like not a lot. Let's see. All right, next one is the problem with unicorns. Let me see if I have it. I'm trying to make sure. There we go. I don't know why I skipped over some of these, but all right, 3, 2, 1. Nope, sorry, 3, 2, 1.
Can we talk about unicorns? Compared to the other
No.
two tribes, they're pretty
Fine.
overpowered. Sure, Pegasi can fly and walk on clouds, but using magic, so can unicorns. And earth ponies are
But not a lot of them
good
have
with
a lot
the
of
ground or
power.
something, but there's probably a spell for that too. Honestly, the existence of magic in Equestria gives spellcasters a huge advantage over non-spellcasters. And some might see this as a problem.
Most
that
unicorns
needs
have
to
just a
be
little bit of
solved.
magic though, as I've said.
I thought unicorns were only supposed to have a little magic that matches their special talents.
True, for ponies whose talents are for things like cooking or singing or math. But what if a unicorn's special talent is magic?
For most
Like,
of modern
Rarity
society, unicorns
was-
have basically
like,
had the
the
monopoly
most that Rarity was
on
able to do
magic
was, like, lift
power.
that giant
But as
rock,
I've come to
and she
realize, this
used
could
up a lot of
also
her
mean an
force to do so.
unfair economic advantage. Even back when the economy was largely trade-based,
Monopoly.
finding precious resources like gems would certainly give an upper hoof, and unicorns have a spell for that. There's probably spells to find precious metals too, like whatever bits are made of. On top of that, unicorns may be able to create those rare materials. Snowfall Frost from the Legend of a Heartswarming Tale was shown to be practicing alchemy, turning worthless material into gold. She'd have no interest in doing that unless gold had some value to it, and since the process required unicorn magic, only unicorns had access to that value. Now, A Heartswarming Tale was told as
my
a
maximum
story,
file.
but so was The Legend of the Wendigos and The Legend of Nightmare Moon. Plus, alchemy has also been hinted at elsewhere in this world, so I find it likely that during the Heartswarming Tale era of history, unicorns such as Snowfall took advantage of such powers to hoard riches. This crazy abuse of magical power
Okay,
wouldn't
just
have
making
gone
sure that it's
unnoticed.
not a...
There probably would have been a huge public outcry against those unicorns, which I think may have resulted in something we're all familiar with. The bit. The creation of a standardized
Bitcoin.
currency that can be tracked and tested for
It's a
counterfeit.
coin, isn't it?
Alongside this measure, alchemy was probably criminalized, at least in most situations. This would explain why we never saw bits used in or before the Hearthswarming Tale era, and why we haven't seen alchemy used since then. The right system may be able to even things out, though the effects of the old system may still be around today. One look at Canterlot, and it's clear that Equestria's upper class is dominated by unicorns. Their status may in some part be inherited from the unicorns of the past who used alchemy or similar methods. But economics aside, the root of the problem is still ever present. The imbalance of magic between the tribes. As far as sheer power and ability goes, ponies with horns still have the advantage. Of course, the surest way to fix that problem is to pull a Cozy Glow and drain all the magic out of Equestria. That would result in a fair system, and I can honestly imagine a small group of anti-magic radicals advocating for just that. Which, now that I think about it, it's a little concerning that all they would need is a few artifacts, a fancy scribble in the ground
I just noticed
in 3 days'
he's a
time.
unicorn right
As
now.
a changeling, I might be biased, but that would be bad. I like magic, and I would much rather seek a solution that gives magic to those without rather than taking it from those with. At first, that might sound far-fetched, but casting through horns is only one way to use magic. Unicorns have innate magic, it's just a part of them. The same can be said of how changelings transform, but creatures without innate magic could still transform as long as they have the right artifact. Hippogriffs, or sea ponies, because of their pearl necklaces, they can magically transform. Artifacts can be used for many things: teleportation, raising the sun and moon, bringing about tsunamis, erasing memories, and creating time loops, just to name a few. And that's not to mention brews and potions. Look at Zecora. Zebras can't cast spells, but she was determined to learn magic anyway. She took inspiration from Mage Meadowbrook, a simple earth pony
And I
whose
have
use
seen
of
this
magical
comic.
brews turned her
Read.
into
I
a
have
legend.
read this comic.
Taking after her, Zecora has
I don't think I've finished it
seen
yet, though.
success in the field of magic, to say the least. There's a lot of untapped potential for non-spellcasters who want to use magic, and eventually it might be commonplace for all of them to carry around artifacts or potions. But that doesn't mean it's fair, does it? Since unicorns have access to those things too, as well as their innate powers. However, I find this to be a much better compromise than getting rid of magic altogether. Between you and me, the obvious solution is for everyone to become alicorns. But I don't think society is ready for that one. Yet. But what do you think? Have unicorns taken advantage of their powers in the past? Is there a problem here? And if so, how should it be solved? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you want to support this channel financially, check out my perks at patreon.com/sawtoothwaves. And thank you so much to everyone who already has, especially my alicorn tier patrons. The Nameless One, Equinox3141, Petrolhead02, Gilded Page, Cyanax and Fairfallen, Dr. Hooves, Princess Starglow, Jasmine Foxcoon, and the winner of this week's Alicorn raffle, Maximilian HG. Congrats, and thanks again for everyone's support. Y'all help make this
Almost
channel
forgot that
possible.
time.
I'm Sawtooth Waves, signing out until Friday after next. Brohoo!
Sorry, still recording. I'm not too sure I have much to say on that one. I mean, I get the point. There's also probably like a a political comparison you can make with that, but yeah, not too sure I have much to say. But except for that, not every unicorn is really that powerful. It's known that most of them have just enough magic to fit their special ability, as Spike mentioned in Ghostbusters. So it's like, I think probably most of them just know how to do like levitation, maybe a few transfiguration spells, but that's about it. But next we have, let's see, how Cadance and Shining Met. That'll be interesting. I think I've read the comics, right? It's just they went to school together. But yeah. Alright, let's get this started in 3, 2, 1.
Chrysalis was able to take over Equestria, at least once Starlight prevented
this is
the
an
main
interesting
six from
start
ever
to
meeting.
this
But the
video
main six
based off
weren't
that
the
title.
ones who stopped Chrysalis when she tried to take over. Twilight played a big part, but she's always been close to Shining and would have been at his wedding anyway. Remove the rest of the main six from the story and everything else happens the same. Twilight notices the bride-to-be acting suspiciously, she pokes around and gets too close to the truth. Chrysalis banishes her to the mines where she finds the real Cadance. The two make their escape and interrupt the fake wedding. Celestia's standoff fails,
So it's
but
really just
Twilight
saying that
frees
the
Cadance for
other
long enough to
5
restore Shining armor.
were
and finally,
not at all
Cadance
relevant
and
to the
Shining
story.
do the love blast. No main six required for any of that. So if Chrysalis's plan was doomed to fail with or without the main six, how was Chrysalis able to take over Equestria at all? If Chrysalis had done this exact same plan in the alternate
I
timeline,
see.
she just would have failed again. So what gives? What did she do differently? Well, everything.
Am I watching the right
Chrysalis
one?
couldn't have done the same
I'm
plan
not
if
watching
she
the
wanted
right
to,
one.
because she was working within an entirely different set of circumstances. In this timeline, I don't think there even was a royal wedding for Chrysalis to infiltrate.
Okay, maybe it's how
Cadance
Chrysalis
and
took over
Shining
Equestria.
Armor never became a couple. But how could this be possible?
Or maybe-
the main
okay, maybe
six
it is.
didn't bring these two together. When they were invited to the wedding, it was the first time any of them had heard about it. So why would a world without the main six be any different? Why wouldn't
Okay, I
these
think I know
two
why
be a
we're
couple?
setting that up.
Because it's not about the main six.
Twilight.
It's about how Starlight prevented them from meeting. The rain boom. Shining and Cadance wouldn't have come together without the sonic rain boom. At first, those things may seem unconnected, but they aren't, because they're both connected to Twilight.
Yeah, that's what I
To
was
explain what I mean, here's how I think it happened in our timeline. We know the rain boom caused Twilight to pass her entrance exam with flying colors.
Yes.
This resulted in her immediately becoming the personal protege
essentially a
of
noble
the
family.
Princess of Equestria. Twilight became a VIP early in life, which is why I think she had such a high status pony like Cadance as a foal sitter.
Yeah.
Now, having Cadance in the Sparkle family's private life is
That makes sense,
probably
yeah.
how she and Shining met and came to interact casually instead of formally. Now do you see the connection? From there, they get to know each other and fall in love. But in Starlight's timelines, there was no rain boom, so the rest of the story falls apart. Twilight never becomes Celestia's protege, Cadance never full sits Twilight, and Shining never meets Cadance. Of course, Shining still may have pursued a career in the Royal Guard, and this may have caused him to brush shoulders with royalty, but their
Probably not
relationships would have been purely professional. I think Cadance being Twilight's full sitter is the reason she and Shining knew each other as mutuals, and thus dating material. That opportunity wouldn't have come if Twilight failed her entrance exam, if the rain boom hadn't happened. Not only did Starlight prevent Equestria's most famous friend group, she prevented Equestria's most famous couple. So with no royal wedding, Chrysalis's plan in
that's
the
true, yeah.
alternate timeline must have
Most
been
famous couple.
radically different from the one we know. But what was her plan? Did she impersonate someone else instead? If a single change snowballed into so many ponies never coming together, who knows what other scenarios Chrysalis may have found herself in? The unknowns are infinite. Her plan could have been anything, and there's just no way to figure it out.
Have you tried asking?
You're the nameless guy, right?
The Nameless One.
One.
But yes, interdimensional framing device
Man, he's
at
back.
your service.
Maybe he won the raffle.
Saying.
I have access to the multiverse, you have access to me. Why puzzle over it when you can investigate for yourself?
You mean I can just go to that timeline and figure out what happened?
You mean
If
I can just
you're smart
kill
enough.
people?
Here, let me open up.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
All of the
but I
answers
have
you are looking
faint
for are
memory of
right
it.
here. Oh,
Wow.
hold up.
What
No,
is that?
No, definitely not. Ah, here it is.
Okay.
Gosh, I've never done anything like this before.
You'll be fine. Just shout if you need me.
This is gonna require a part 2. isn't it?
Okay,
You
yeah.
should probably go
Okay,
ahead and wrap things
good.
up here.
I was just trying to make sure that it didn't.
Do you
that
think
didn't,
I'm right so far?
I didn't mess
What
up.
am I about to find out? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. If you want to
Okay, I'll just
support
hold
this
my breath
channel
for the entire
financially,
thing.
check out my perks at patreon.com/sawtoothwaves. And thank you so much to everyone who already has, especially my Alicorn tier patrons. That nameless fella. Equinox 3141, Maximilian HG, Petrolhead 02, Cyanax, Princess Starglow, Jasmine Foxcoon, Aziz the Pony of Shadows, Allison H, and the winner of this week's Alicorn raffle, Gilded Page. Congrats, and thanks again for everyone's support. Y'all help make this channel possible. I'm Sawtooth Wave signing out until Friday after next. Bro. Okay, now, are you sure this is a good idea?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
It's like Doctor Strange. So I guess that means I have to watch the next one as well. Alright. Which is... Come on, what's it called? No. I'm just trying to yep, how Chrysalis took over Equestria. Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Chrysalis's plan in the alternate timeline must have been radically different from the one we know. But what was her plan? There's just no way to figure it out.
Or
You tried
is
asking? Why puzzle over it when you can investigate for yourself? Let me open a portal.
Now, are you sure this is a good
Bye-bye.
idea?
Among Us.
Yeah, okay. I'm really doing this. Excuse me, sir. Do you have a moment to...
Hiss.
Do you mind if I ask a few... who can I trust in this world? Certainly not the
You're a
changeling.
changeling.
Huh. It's about time I paid myself a visit. But where would they be? In my timeline, I escaped the Queen's army to live in the safety of Equestria. So in this world,
that
where
wasn't you, that was
Chrysalis rules
Thorax.
Equestria, a deserter like me would have nowhere to hide. Which means this world Sawtooth is either in prison or dead. Hopefully they're just in a jail cell somewhere.
Oh, is this the one with the squid eyes?
Huh? It's me, you, but from a different timeline. Okay,
Bro.
what are you trying to sell? No, listen to my voice. I'm you.
Listen to
I
the
can
sound
sound like
of
anyone
my
too.
voice.
You're not special. And once with the Earth Pony, show yourself. Jeez, fine. There. The heck kind of hive did you come from?
Right.
Yours. Mine. It's the same hive. Then why are you still using my voice? What do you have to hide, strangeling? Nothing. It's my voice.
Strangeling.
Our voice. How can I prove this to you? Tell me something only I would know. Ooh. Okay,
Imposter.
point proven. You really
I
are
heard
me.
that.
From another timeline, you said? What happened? Someone changed the past. None of this Chrysalis stuff was supposed to happen. Then what was supposed to happen? It's a long story. Listen, I'm here to learn about your timeline, not talk about mine. You can't just trot in here and say you're from a time where things are better and not explain yourself. I'll tell you about my history once you tell me about yours. Fine. So the city of Canterlot was gearing up for a big wedding between Princess Cadance and Shining Armor.
Yes, I've seen the show.
Canterlot and imprisoned Cadance, taking her form and drawing power from
Just
Shining
watch
Armor's
season
love.
2.
But the real Princess Cadance was
the
able to
finale.
escape and heal Shining Armor, and before Chrysalis had any time to react, the bride and groom exploded. Exploded? Exploded. You know, like a love explosion? Of course. Silly me. It sent the changelings flying. I started living in Equestria after that, and things were pretty much fine until this unicorn went back in time and changed a thing, creating this alternate timeline where
Changed a
Chrysalis
thing.
was successful. But I'm trying to figure out how she was successful. Huh. You said the queen tried to take advantage of a big wedding? That sounds about right. She had her eyes set on Equestria for years, just waiting for the right tactical advantage. There is something special about this place, or at least there was. But it was different for you, right? What did your Chrysalis take advantage of? We caught Equestria in a vulnerable state. Turns out we weren't its only enemies. Things were already dark when we arrived. Literally. Literally?
Oh.
Of course,
Nightmare
Nightmare Moon. She would have been released on the longest day of the 1000th year with or without the main six. And what about Discord?
41 minutes.
Maybe Nightmare Moon took care of him. Or perhaps he hasn't broken out of stone yet in this timeline? Anyway,
Yeah.
keep going. Okay, so the evil
saw
Moon
that.
Queen had overthrown the Sun
The
Queen,
evil Moon
banished her to
Queen.
the moon and hid the sun from us. I think you mean Nightmare Moon and Celestia. Do you want me to say what happened or not? Sorry.
Anyway, the Sun Queen was really popular with the ponies. They missed her, like, a lot. So Chrysalis decided to capitalize on it, took her form, pretended to be her, gave ponies hope.
I see.
She would say things like, "That image of me on the moon is an illusion meant to dishearten you. I'm alive and well, and with your help, we can take back Equestria." Boy, did they eat that up. They were just so desperate for hope.
Bet they weren't the
This is
only
a nice
ones eating
fanfic.
up. All that love must have been quite the feast for Chrysalis, like Shining's love for Cadance times 1,000.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy, but the manipulation didn't stop there. She organized them, inspired those poor ponies to fight for her. She had us changelings disguise ourselves as the Pony Royal Guard, and we fought alongside the ponies to bring down the Moon Queen. Between the Pony Army, our army, and Chrysalis's superpowered self, the Moon Queen and her army stood no chance.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I didn't mind fighting against the Moon Queen, but we weren't there to stop
The
tyranny,
Moon
just
Queen.
replace it with our own. That's when Phase 2 started. The Queen dropped her
Iron Man
disguise
3.
in front of all the ponies and ordered us to do the same. I'll never forget the look on their faces as we transformed, watching the hope in their eyes die as they realized they'd been fighting for nothing, that their comrades in battle were about to be their doom. I wish I could say I turned things around and fought for the ponies, but I ran as far as I could from there.
Iraq.
And that's pretty much the end of it. Chrysalis won the battle, she hunted me down, and charged me with treason. Look where that got me.
Yeah, speaking of that, why are you still in jail?
I was charged with treason.
I know, but I've been behind bars my share of times as well.
Yeah,
but
you can
never for more
escape.
than a few minutes. Just morph into something small and slide between the bars. Easy peasy.
This is a changeling prison. Trust me, they thought of that.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna let you stay in there. Nameless dude.
One.
Yeah, can you get rid of that magic force field?
I think I know someone who can help.
Oh? I'm not even gonna ask.
That was more than just squid eyes.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that was the squid eye
It
one?
worked. I'm actually free. Thank you.
Oh, of course. I always have my back. In fact, hey, I'd hate to be trapped in this dump. Wanna come back to the good Equestria with me?
I can do that?
I
a good
don't
idea?
see why not.
So, what'll it be?
I never thought I'd have a chance like this. But no.
No?
I ran once, I'm not running again. This timeline needs me.
Yeah, you probably
you said
should.
Chrysalis was defeated by the love between Princess Candace and Sparkling Shield,
Candace.
right? Cadance and Shining Armor, but yes. Though they're not together in this world. Because, of course, without the Sonic Rainboom, Cadance would not have been Twilight's full sitter, and therefore wouldn't have met Shining Armor in quite the same way.
He doesn't know
But
shit.
didn't Twilight have Cadance as a full sitter before the Rainboom? I'm pretty sure she was still a blank flank. Pretty sure she was still a blank flank. Blank flank.
Oh.
Sawtooth!
I guess that does rip a
It's
hole in that
okay,
theory.
you know. There's an infinite number of possibilities, and Shining and Cadance may not have come together in many of them. You could still be right, albeit for the wrong reasons.
So, hypothetically, if they aren't together and I got them back together, they could set things right here?
I guess it's possible, but that's kind of a long shot.
Yeah.
I don't care. I owe it to my world to try everything I can. Thanks for the offer,
You're gonna
but
die.
I have a score to settle.
Oh, okay, go get him,
He's gonna die.
matchmaker. You
gonna
got
die.
this.
They don't got this.
Not a chance. Now let's get out of here.
We got this together.
So what do you think about the other Sawtooth story? It hadn't occurred to me that multiple villains could be at play
He's
in
building
each
a lot of
timeline.
lore
What could
with
this
this-
mean for the other timeline Starlight left behind?
I mean, like,
leave your thoughts in the
he's make-
comments.
he's making
And
himself
thank you to the
some
nameless one
lore.
for helping me figure things out. Go show his YouTube some love.
I mean,
And
actually,
don't
he's
forget to
always
like,
had lore.
subscribe, and ring the bell. If you want to support this channel financially, check out my perks at patreon.com/sawtoothwaves. And thank you so much to everyone who already has, especially especially my Alicorn tier patrons. The nameless one, Equinox3141, Maximilian HG, Petrolhead02, Gilded Page, Princess Starglow, Jasmine Foxcoon, Aziz the Pony of Shadows, Allison H, and the winner of this week's Alicorn raffle, Cyanax. Congrats, and thanks again for everyone's support. Y'all helped make this channel possible. My next video is gonna be a bit later than usual, but it'll be a fun one, so don't worry. I'm Sawtooth Waves, signing out until July 9th. Brohoof.
Yeah, so yeah, because she was a blank flank, I guess they would have known each other anyways. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna leave that open-ended, but it's like the pieces are there, you just gotta make them fit. Do I want to do the next one, or do I want to cap it off of that one? I'll probably just cap it off of that one. So yeah, that should be it. Yeah, these are all pretty good. I'm good to cap. Wait, let me just count to see how many. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I did 6. Okay. Yeah. I got really nothing else to say apart from what I already said. So hope you enjoyed the commentary. God bless you, have a nice day, and as always, goodbye.